grace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca kid. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Cruiser King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the Big Apple, made apple pies, family size, leather bombers.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This taken in at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Come on, set! Wing back! Wheel flat!
Throwing to start here is Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Tua to throw again. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, in the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses. Touchdown, 49ers! I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down and 4, Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there, a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. From midfield, here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call, is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Able to find Gray here. Touchdown! Danny Gray with his his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things that...
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Tua going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
70 Lions.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready.
On play action, here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mitchell going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Tua now on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now on first down, it's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Gold to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua over the middle and complete to Waddle. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun on third down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
But Mostert a first down carry, and this will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Red, cycle. Blue, black.
Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Blue striker. Light blue.
Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tua. And now here's another interception. picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the
touchdown! George Kittle, 33 yards. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Let's go.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 68 yards. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Go red. You yellow. Green jacket. Ready?
After the turnover, it's Tua. It's brought in by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Bill Green. 6. Madden. Claude Ray.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Yellow, go. Blue is striking.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
They go play action here. Purdy. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard just.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Purdy. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2 and now on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line.